All right, thank you all for coming. We are joined today by Jalen Avery and Jalen Walker, along with head coach Rob Senderoff, who will start us off with an opening statement.
Well, great win for us here today. It was a really good game, the type of game you come to expect when Kent plays Akron. Really proud of our team. Everybody on the roster. We're down 5 with 6 minutes to go, and clearly frustrated, in terms of how we were playing. But guys stuck together, made some huge plays down the stretch, both on offense and on defense, and really happy that we got the win.
We'll start off with questions for the players.
Jalen, you were that.
Which one? You gotta.
Jalen
Yeah,
Avery,
there's 2 of them
I
here.
should say, not Jalen, not Mr. Walker, Mr. Avery. You scored all your points pretty much within almost the last 4 minutes of the game. But when you hit that 3 to get it to 1, did you feel that you were getting into your rhythm after having such a slow start as the game wore on?
Yeah, definitely. Just seeing the ball go through the basket, it was, it just helped boost my confidence, going into the later part of the game. And I was glad that I was, able to get confident at that time and just to continue to be able to, fight.
What makes when you watch the Zips, along with their injuries, they can shoot the 3, especially Duvivier. When you came in to prepare for this game, did you try and, let's say, take away some other of their firepower and let Duvivier or do some more defense on Duvivier?
Yeah, we knew that he shot the ball really well, especially with him making I think it was 6 threes last game. We made it an emphasis to try to keep him off the 3-point line. He's a good player, but we tried our hardest tonight to be able to make it tough for him.
One final from me from Mr. Walker. You broke your 4-game losing streak. A big win against your rival. Do you hope that this game and this victory can now build some momentum toward the last 3 or 4 games of the season?
Yes, I do hope, this builds for our next game at OU. So this game right here going to give us the confidence to keep rolling.
You hit some big time threes, and you hit 7 of them. You feeling it out there? Did you do anything to shoot around? And you're going to shoot like that?
No, I do the same route team shooting every game day, and today I was just feeling it.
Jalen talked about the kick out. I think a few minutes before you made the same move and then threw it to coach.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you comfortable, both of you guys? Because I think he was throwing it to you at that time.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys do to kind of lock in for that the next time around when that opened up?
I had talked to him and said, was he going? Was he drifting to the corner more? And he said, yeah. So next play, I had found him in the corner.
Avery talked about as a point guard not really looking to score much, and then when the team needs you at the end of the game, just being able to kind of turn that, shift that mentality going forward.
I feel like that's my role as a point guard. First to be able to just continue to run our team, get everybody else their shots. But then, like you said, at the end of games or any times when we're in droughts, I have to be aggressive. Just so I have to make the defense respect me so that my teammates can, be able to get open and things like that.
You had that huge overtime in the Central game last year. Kind of did the similar thing here. Did that kind of come to mind or anything now that it's over or anything like that?
No, we just, I just wanted to win. Anytime we out there, I'm just trying to win. So, throughout the whole game, I just want to win. And, I try to make some plays at the end of the game, and they just happen to go in.
Cameron?
Jalen Walker, you guys were struggling offensively, obviously, and your threes really kind of kept, a lot of times that was one thing you get going. So just talk about how important that was, just kind of be able to keep doing those, keep making those, and just kind of keep your team in.
My shots that I take is important to the team and for myself because offense mainly run through me and I have to pass it to my teammates. So the credit goes to my teammates for giving me the open looks to take it and confidence as well.
Anything else?
Yeah, just for both of you guys, how confident are you guys being able to pull out a win like that when Danny and Adonis struggled? They had foul trouble. They 14 rebounds and 12 points, but usually that's one of them, not 2 of them. So how are you guys able to, what do you take from it to be able to pull one out when you got both of your guys, best rebounders, inside guys struggling?
What I take from it is that we need everybody on our team. We still, we're 100% confident in Adonis and Danny. We know that they're going to come to play every game. Whether it was their night tonight, whether it was their night tonight or not, we're still confident in them. We're still going to, continue to play through them and with them. And we need everybody, from the, the people that's on the court to the people that prepare us to practice.
Same.
For the players.
Oh, no.
All right, well,
All right,
once you guys
Phil.
get
Good job, guys.
We'll open it up to questions. Put center out.
Rob, talk about the last, the frustration or whatever it was right at that 5-minute mark.
Yeah, it's six at the 6-minute mark. We went down 5. Jalen made a big 3 to make it. Jalen Walker to make it 2, and then J.A. made a 3 to cut it to 1, and then Kevin got to the rim on a play, to give us the lead. But it was just defending, being able to defend when things weren't going great for us offensively, and sticking together. Those are the things you have to do to win. And sometimes you're not going to be playing well individually, but you still have to find different ways to help your team. And I thought, our guys did that.
What can this game do for you for the rest of the season?
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to say something, but you go Tuesday and you don't play well, and then it's the same deal. So I just think we have to continue to build as we're trying to get ready for the MAC tournament in March. I think our guys are confident knowing that the best team in the league is Buffalo right now. We've beaten them. The next best team in the league is Ball State and Toledo. We've split with those guys. So I think we feel like we could play with anybody and beat anybody, but we also know that if we don't play well, we can lose to anybody. So we just have to try to get better each game and try to build, a little bit of momentum, or as much momentum as you can heading into March.
The way that game was played,
Yeah.
the opposite side if you're in a losing end.
Yeah.
What do you take from it?
Well, they played well. For 35, 36 minutes. And then, there's a lot of new guys on that roster, and they also have some injuries on their team. So, I think that probably has hampered, and limited some of the things they can do. I'm not at their practices every day or anything, but, I think that, they have a lot of guys who hadn't played in this game before. So we have a lot of guys who had, at some level, played in this game before. And, I'm sure they're trying to get some wins. It's so hard to win in this conference that you're just trying to get the wins when you can, and try to get better as you're doing it.
I expected the intensity to be there on
Yeah.
your side for the reasons you just stated. Are you surprised that they came with the same level of intensity?
Oh, no, that's...
Given the number of new faces?
Yeah, I've watched almost every game. You take a game or two away. I guess the Ohio game, they sort of, I don't want to use the word no-show, but they struggled in that game in a lot of ways. But they've been incredibly competitive in every game. It's just been a 2 or 3 minute stretch, which they've struggled in. I think those kids are competing really hard. And again, I don't watch every game, but I've prepared for this one. I watched them play 4 or 5 games, and you go to Toledo, it's right at half, it's a close game. Ball State, who's playing great right now on Tuesday, it's a close game. They bang a big 3 at Ball State from like 32 feet to stretch it out, but they're competing really hard for the. Again, I say for the most part, we all have stretches where we struggle, but I think they're competing really hard. I didn't expect them to not compete. I expected them to play really, really hard and play really well. And, I'm sure there's things you could ask John about how he felt they played, but I didn't expect anything less.
How big was BJ for you all?
He played good. We were really struggling with Adonis picking up those fouls and Danny picking up those fouls, and us struggling to guard them. They started the game off 12-2. We couldn't guard them with our big lineup. So BJ really, really provided a huge spark for us. I think 13 points is his career high. And I thought he really, really helped us tonight. And, again, I think both these guys both mentioned it. Like, all the guys that play, we need them to all play well. And then there's a couple guys who may or may not play, but they need to be ready to help us in a given night to help our team. So today was a team effort, and, you look at Dez, I just use him as an example. He didn't score from the field, but he had 3 steals, a block shot. Like, he did some other things that helped us win. And that's when you have a good team, everybody's contributing. So BJ, I thought, was great, and I think he's getting better and better. Still has to learn to play a little bit harder, but he's getting better and better.
When Jalen Walker's hitting like that, is there a shot that is off limits for him, I guess?
No, listen. When he's not playing like that, he doesn't think any shots off limits. So, I think he's really tried, though. Again, I use the Buffalo game. In the last 3 halves of basketball, he has 6 assists and 2 turnovers. I think he's really, in the last 3 halves of basketball, I think he's really, really trying to let things come to him. And, tonight, again, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, hit half our team's assists. I thought he played probably, and he defended really, really well. I thought he probably played his best game of the season tonight in terms of his overall offense, defense, and sort of letting things come to him.
Jamon, was there anything you guys did specifically defensively, or was that just him?
No, I mean, for the most part, Jalen was matched to him, but there were other guys. I think we just did a good team effort on him, and that's an outlier for him. Jamon Ivy's a really, really good player, and tonight he struggled, and I'm sure the next game he'll play really well. He's a competitive kid and a really good player in this league.
Coach, could you just talk a little bit more about Jalen Avery's performance down the stretch?
Yeah, it was big time, right? I mean, he made a lot of big plays. I think once he hit that first 3, he had some confidence. He played great against Buffalo, and he didn't get many shots. I don't know how many shots he had taken in the first half of this game, but I think when he hit that first 3, he gave him some confidence, and then he had Kostelak on him, and he did what their guys were doing to us, where he sort of jabbed at him, got him to take a step back and hit another one, and then the gaps were there on their switches, and he was able to get to the rim and make some big baskets for us, especially down the stretch, as you mentioned. He made some huge plays for us down the stretch.
Score in bunches. It doesn't happen very often, but when he does.
Yeah, he's got a balance, in terms of like when he's supposed to pass and when he's supposed to try to shoot, and that's not easy for a point guard where there's a lot of other guys that are used to shooting. But he just needs to stay aggressive, and there's games where, like tonight, with some of the switching that they did, there were some gaps and some guys that he was able to drive. But I thought the biggest play was that 3 that he made, which I'm pretty sure was on an assist from Jalen Walker. And I think that just got his confidence going. It cut the lead from 4 to 1. Jalen Walker had hit a 3 before. It was 5 to make it 2. We fouled, and Duvier made both free throws, so it was 4, and then that got it to 1. And then we were able to get some consecutive stops. We were able to string together, 3 or 4 stops, and he was able to make some plays.
How hard is it? I think in the Central game, he hadn't scored a lot either. Just going back to that.
Yeah, it's probably not easy for him. Yeah. You could ask Ricky. Ricky was a point guard in the back. Sometimes it's not easy, because you're playing all these minutes and you don't take a ton of shots. He just has to stay aggressive, and that's it. I thought he did a really good job. The second half against Buffalo, he shot it really well, and his confidence is there, and he made some huge plays for us tonight.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good weekend.